Alrighty, welcome everybody to another RRWC match. We're about to kick off, we're about 5 seconds away. I'm going to introduce In4Fun quickly before the spin comes in. How you doing, In4Fun?
Hello, I'm doing great, and right back at you with the first spin.
Yeah, I might take it if you don't mind, and you can of course take our next map. But we're going to kick off straight away. Victor Novikov, silent shotgun as the security guard. Dalia Margolis, explosive weapon in the suit. So it's nice to see some suit on Paris, gives you a bit of choice.
Nice speedrun intro followed by a not quite speedrun spin, but I think it's going to be straightforward enough. Dalia's suit is usually taken with the Iago auction, which Sparklxs is hovering over, and I think BluntsNBeatz is also going for it right now. And then of course the Victor Seeker for the second kill could also work very nicely.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I think the upper kill of this is the Victor Novikov one. Dalia Margolis should be okay. We'll probably just see, oh, we're actually going to see some balcony action from BluntsNBeatz. I was expecting just a quick mimetic device, which he did do, of course. It was nice to see. Should just see a breacher popped under her head as a pillow and move on to Victor really quickly. Shouldn't be anything too fancy going on.
I like this approach from BluntsNBeatz. He's going to steal the explosive weapon as a car bomb or modular explosive on this top floor. And that's already been taken, so you don't need a breacher for this. And this room is soundproof. You don't need to do really anything with this guard, to my knowledge. So you're going to use the phone on him. And yeah, it should be a quick kill with just one loadout item.
Well, yeah, very nice from BluntsNBeatz. Very good knowledge knowing that this room is soundproof. Obviously because it's a double door, not a single door, and you just need 2 doors for it to be soundproof. But of course, when you go to that guard, it's fine. That's what gets that double door buffer. Yeah, that's really smart from BluntsNBeatz. I really like these with the explosive weapon, like you said. That's just good knowledge. If Sparklxs trying the Seeker, does hit that really nice shot, and actually has banana in hand, which I love.
Would really like to see some more uses for the banana. It's still a quite new item, but I think it will shift the meta slightly eventually. It's going to slip on the banana right here, unless Cicada just walked right over it.
Just wait, Sparklxs. He should go backwards. There's the kill for BluntsNBeatz as well. See Dalia touching the ceiling before she hits the floor. Yeah, now just 1 kill left, and it is a fast one if he can get Victor isolated. Getting the security guard and the shotgun should be a pretty nice combo.
Except it won't be a Seeker, what I was mentioning earlier. Victor is walking downstairs now, but it doesn't mean that there are no isolations for him. I was going to say a different type of Seeker or mimetic device, but it will be the fireworks remote. I think Victor will be isolated next to the helicopter outside.
Yeah, that's definitely a good call. I do think BluntsNBeatz will try to catch him when he's at that last door before the helicopter. Be a nice place to grab him, especially since he has the fireworks in hand. Meanwhile, Sparklxs pops that explosive as well. Gets the kill on Dalia, so both players are square. It does have a lot more running to do. He has to get all the way down to Victor, get that fireworks sorted as well if he wants. That body actually got found on the balcony, maybe because he opened the door, so banana worked out for him.
Yeah, good catch there, and I wouldn't be able to say for sure what can cause that body being found. I think it's probably just the door opening, but he was safe there with the banana, and I think 2 items used and the mimetic. So I think it has to be. I think he still has a Seeker shot, and now of course the silent shotgun. So yeah, just going to be a bit behind as BluntsNBeatz using the phone there for the lure. Very impressive.
Yeah, I love that. Getting him in the stairs there is just so nice. And now he just has to get his disguise and the shotgun, both of which should be pretty close to each other. We have a security guard right here and a nice little shed that holds an item for some players.
Oh, it was a bit of a hesitation with the bullet distraction there. And the second shot worked, and it might not be at the position he really wanted, but I think he will be able to get the security guard in no time, and then just the shed for the agency pickup. Should be a finish soon enough, but of course Sparklxs is now on the floors on Victor as well, so going to see 2 quick exits.
And Sparklxs hitting the Seeker shot, I assume, he does have everything required for the kill, whereas BluntsNBeatz still has to go get his smuggle, which I assume is, I would have guessed it was out by the shed, but it looks like it might be out here in the changing area maybe?
I think so. That looks like really unlucky for this inferior disguise. Too many enforcers dodge around, and BluntsNBeatz gets being held up as Sparklxs will get the kill, and I think now there's a change, and Blunts gets
Oh,
spotted anyway.
wow. Yeah, that all came to a climax there. Blunt's pretty much sorting. Oh, we get camera troubles from Sparklxs. To his knowledge, he
Oh,
obviously is a bit worried about that because it could be close, but he is in the clear. Hopefully, we don't see any crazy action from him to get these cameras sorted. But doesn't have a gun on him, so it is going to be interesting. He did drop a shotgun in there.
hopefully, at least he took the Bartoli from the guard who stole from. Oh my
Oh
god, that
my!
was close with another whoosh. In the space of 30 seconds, we went from a convincing Blunt's lead to Sparklxs being ahead after the overtake, and now the yellow guns, we won't see a finish for at least another half minute.
Yeah, definitely. It was very unfortunate for Blunt, but I do think Sparklxs had the upper hand in terms of the routing. The smuggle in the attic and grabbing the security guard when you get down that ladder is just perfect. And then getting Victor with the seeker because you never went downstairs. Unlike Blunt, it was just very nice from Sparklxs, and the planning kind of saved all that time he lost.
Yeah, I think it's really difficult to say because I think the shed agency pickup would have been really good for Blunts, but without that, of course, that back and forth would have meant that Sparklxs is better in game time. And now green guns are back. It's just a joke to the exit. I don't think any more enforcers are for Sparklxs.
Yeah, I think Sparklxs is in the clear. That was a very nice distraction from Sparklxs. I was worried he was going to have to run past that guy on the way out, but he kind of tucked him behind the door with the distraction. So that was very nice from Sparklxs. I'm sure he was very nervous after getting the camera troubles because it is a very quick map, but it worked out. He played safe and he takes the 2 points. And he takes actually his opponent's map. So we're going on to Sparklxs map next. So he's probably feeling pretty good.
Yeah, great start for Sparklxs, but I think for both of them, it's just that one mistake from, not really a mistake, but the events how transpired for Blunts was really unfortunate.
Yeah. Very unfortunate for Blunts. He's just messing around with some stuff now. Yeah, very unfortunate. I think it was a trespassing, or not trespassing, the frisk guard on the kind of makeup room. That was an enforcer, and I think he just chanced his arm trying to run past him and just fully got whooshed.
Yeah, in this situation, I would also be agitated, not getting the agency pickup that I wanted, having to go through the whole map and dodging all of the enforcers. I think Blunts was just trying to speed it up, but just a bit too quick there, and the head wasn't turning fully over, so that to be spotted.
Yeah, exactly. And moving on to Hokkaido now, which, like I said, is Sparkle's pick, and definitely one of the most contested maps in terms of speed and records, and would be amazing to see, especially with players like Blunts and Sparkles. They could definitely pull out if they get the spin gets given to them. That just something quick and easy that they can do both ISOs or just shoot Eric straight through the ceiling as fast as possible. We could definitely see that record broken. We nearly saw it broken the other day actually, with a consumed poison kill, which goes to show how quick this map actually is. That you can almost break the record. I think it was 10 seconds, even less maybe, away from the record for both players. But
Yeah,
amazing.
more and more sub fours are uh, building up those quick real times. But the three-way record stays impressive. There's 325 by Pajero, Blythe, and Blythe again. And it says RR8, but I think it started in RR8. And I think it's PG first who got it there. And I'm not exactly sure anymore how many of the Blythe runs were in RR8 and how many in RR9, but surely they get this one beaten soon enough.
Yeah, I really hope so. It would be nice to see. Be a very prestigious record to take because it's not only our I think only tied record, it's our only three-way tied record, so it's very contested.
Yeah. Yeah, depending on the spin, if it involves a quick Yuki ISO, even perhaps a Yuki Seeker shot, which covers even more disguises, then I think it can be broken. Will it be broken in less than 2 minutes? We'll have to see about that.
Yeah, sub 2 would be absolutely amazing. That would essentially be most of these records that you see are broken is somebody almost expecting a spin. Like you can have these pre-planned loadouts, and if you hit that play button instantly because you have like your seeker, your trank, and your thing stashed away, and it's just like a be all end all kind of approach, then that's where you see the records broken when you're just really confident.
Yeah, it was Yuki's suit And starting the suit would be probably the chef, the handyman, the patient, probably even Portman or Dexter. The closer it is to Yuki, the more likely you can get that very early first kill, and then hopefully just a ceiling shot for Solders. That's the dream scenario for Hokkaido spins.
Yeah, I was going to say even the dream would be explosive or explosion, wouldn't it? A little golf ball across the glass if you really were feeling yourself that day.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we actually not too long ago saw that as well in a recent Hokkaido. I think it was 1 or 2 maps ago that we saw an explosion kill. We did. I think there was a bit of trouble in it. It could have been record, but of course it comes down to the disguise for both targets. If baseball players in there or something, then the other 3 conditions absolutely mean nothing.
Yeah, I guess it's not only the time they will have to worry about, but the points as well. Every point counts. Every map win or draw will be determining the top 4 from each group. And Sparklxs started with a win on his first ever RR map. Blunts will be trying to take his opponent's pick this time, but we have to see if that happens. Here, Eric Soda's sniper rifle VIP patient Amos Dexter, and Yuki Yamazaki Fire-X's handyman is our spin here.
Yeah, very nice spin. Honestly, the most annoying part of this is probably the Fire-X, in my opinion. Because
yeah.
bit of knowledge, just needed to know where it is. I think there's only one on the map, if I'm not, or my...
Yeah, it is just between the morgue and the garage. It's called the garage, yeah.
Oh, of course, yeah,
up.
that door straight before the snowmobile exit. Yeah, that's a... You gotta know where it is, because that's a vital item, and carrying it over as well, you need something to carry it over, because it's a bit annoying. It could break the record to Nega, but they gotta jump in pretty quickly, and there's already 45 seconds gone. Blunts does get in, and is going to get Dexter sorted. I love this bubblegum snail. Hope we see Banana soon. That's the new meta.
Eventually, hopefully. That's the lure on Blunts' side for Dexter. It was just a briefcase on the left-hand side, but he will be right there after this isolation. You give it this very often used drop to stop her in the checks, and then these 3 KOs, which can be a bit finicky, but should get Yuki down in a couple seconds.
Yeah, and we had an unfortunate restart there from Sparklxs. Not quite sure what happened. Might have just been unhappy with the timing or his loadout, but he's straight back in regardless. And yeah, a bit of a lead for Blunts. Oh, and it's having server issues as well, which is frustrating.
Yeah, a couple extra seconds on that side, but we have to see if Sparkle gets this isolation going. Will probably just be the same case here. I don't believe that Sparklxs did lure Dexter the second time around, so I think it's just for the Yuki ISO.
Yeah. Does get Dexter as well, so he's looking good. It does have hopefully a sniper smuggled or brought with him. We can get this kill very quickly.
Always need 1 bullet to get past this hospital director. This time it is a choice of a Chang for Sparklxs, and now he's through, and Blunts, as a soon-to-be trespass in disguise, is just waiting for the curator to leave, and there's this little spot where you can rush through, so Blunts is now in the hospital areas.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good now for both players. I have to say, Sparklxs is beaming through. He doesn't have Dexter with him, however, because it seems like he's dealing with the Yuki kill first, which is smart. That solves the whole bringing over the disguise, or illegal carry disguise over. He tried to put the axe in the briefcase, but unfortunately, that would solve a lot of problems if we could.
Yeah, unfortunate realization from Sparklxs. I don't think it will make his run much longer. He will just bring the axe closer to Yuki and then just run back for any handyman. It's, I guess, an extra 30 seconds. Interestingly, the hospital director is back up again.
Oh yeah, that's a pain. That director is honestly target number 3 when it comes to Hokkaido. Like even myself, I find so much trouble with him that you need to pretty much bring an item for him.
Oh, he used the throw there to perhaps distract him, but since it was 180 degrees behind the director, I don't think he could have really predicted which way he'll turn, and it was the wrong one.
Yeah, if anything, throwing it to the left and going to the right maybe would have worked, but I still think they're a bit annoying. And with that, actually, Blunts gets the kill onto Eric Soders with the sniper rifle. and he's heading straight back over to Yuki. Of course, he will be able to get that axe, and there is a nice handyman here, fixing the snowmobile, but there is also one in the garden, so I'm curious to see if he's already... I don't think he's already grabbed one.
Yeah, no, I don't think he has the handyman already. Interesting to see about this approach. Blunt's carrying this even hospital security, but that doesn't bring him too much closer to the gondola area. But it's for basically this handyman who is accompanied by the resort staff who enforces it to the partner.
Yeah, interesting grab. To be fair, it did work out, and Blunt looks comfortable with it, so I totally understand what Blunt went for this. But yeah, not much left now. He has the fire axe. Surprised he didn't leave. Oh no, he hopefully has a handyman down there. He's probably just going to escort the axe over and then grab the disguise. But yeah, not much that can go wrong now for Blunts. I don't think those bodies can get found. So just a bit of running. Sparklxs, meanwhile, it's getting the Yuki ISO again, but a lot of stuff to set up.
It's just yeah, too much of a disadvantage. And what's this looking like? A 445, 455 for Blunts? It could be beaten, might be beaten in some circumstances, but not with a rip like Sparklxs is. So we're looking at a 2-2 here. And there is one last objection here, is the fact that Yuki's throw can be heard, the fire axe throw into her skull.
True.
So we have to see how these two react.
Yeah, it's a very scary thing. It's hard to say. It is based on if she's looking, right? Oh, Blunts. I commend the comfort. Yeah, exactly, Pidgey. I remember doing so many throws in that corner and them turning around, but Blunts clearly knows what he's doing and it paid off. So he takes his opponent's map, and it's 2-2, and we're going to be moving to the lovely city of Mumbai next, which is a very fun map. We've seen some. We saw not too recently, I think, Canada actually. Well, I don't know if it was in chat, but some cool new boathouse isolations on Maelstrom. And I'm curious because could be applied. You never know how quickly players like Blunts and Sparklxs can adapt. It would be really nice to see, but you never know.
It's just great to see the different styles here. I think Sparklxs is definitely not think. I know that he's newer to roulette. It's not his first roulette event, but he's getting familiar with basically the meta strats. And I think Blunts is big advocate for the off meta and the daily spins and improvising and improving. I think we've seen it with the flash phone here today already, and just the approach of his second half of the spin that he can definitely try out some interesting, trickier stuff. So I'm curious to see how this Mumbai goes for both of them.
Yeah, it's a very interesting map, and hopefully it's something that gives him a bit of creative freedom rather than just a run and fetch kind of quest. I do love to see some innovation and different approaches, which is a tough map on Mumbai because, like we always say, Skywalk is default on this map because so many people love that instant Maelstrom ISO. Of course, you can't do it for falling object or fall or consumed, but it would be nice to see if they could get the Maelstrom up in the house. It is a bit more time consuming, of course, but it does make it more likely to rip and really swap the tides for either player. So, as mean as it is, I would love to see some interesting approaches from both players.
Because what's worse that can happen is that we're stuck here for 30 minutes and they are stuck for 30 minutes. So of course, nice to see, at least in the group stages, something new, something revolutionary, which, well, the stakes are lower. It's always high because every map and every point matters, but it is their first match in this World Championship. So
yeah,
what better time is there to take some risks than map 3 of their first match?
Exactly, and if anything, it's just a confidence boost if you go out of your first map or your first match of RRWC and you have a win on your belt, even if it's 4-2 or 6-0, it doesn't matter. Just getting an advantage on a singular opponent because you just got to get top 4 to get out of your group. You don't have to win the thing, which would be quite a feat for a lot of players because there's some amazing names in every single group this year and so many rookies and so many people who don't even know their potential yet. So you really got to just take every single point you can. As somebody you don't even you've never even played against might just honestly amaze you. And that happens year and year again with rookies coming in and taking some of their they go to like round 5, round 6, and it's like their first appearance in their real rivals.
Yeah, we always see those impressive rookies, but especially for the RRWC, we can't not say that our defending champion Danny Buta won last year as the rookie. So I think that should be motivation for everyone. That it really is anyone's game, especially in the group stages where all you have to do is finish top 4 of 8. And this is Group G, which has been, it's not been voted, but in this prediction game that we did at the beginning of the tournament, it was probably voted as the most open group because all 8 players have been predicted to advance, at least by one player, which didn't happen in the other groups. So,
oh wow,
and judging by these plays and first try by Sparklxs in Paris, first try by Blunts in Hokkaido, you could see either of them advance, and we still have Kenny, Mikulers, myself, and some people I'm forgetting, but it's a really open group. I'm happy to be a part of it.
yeah, some amazing players in Group G, and I think I have it actually open here. I can just say it so we can check. But yeah, it's yourself, Kenny, Zed, Mikulers, Frivolous, Soviet Dabov, Astori, Blunts, and Ashton Spence. Yeah, all such diverse players. Honestly, any of them going against each other could be anybody's game, like we're seeing now, realistically. And I generally couldn't put money on who the top 4 are going to be. So yeah, every point counts. And yeah, we're about 20 seconds away from our Mumbai spin. I was going to ask you what you'd like to see In4Fun, but of course you're the admin. And luckily I haven't looked at the spin yet, so
yeah, I would like to see what I see on my screen, because that means that Heatmaps as a system is not broken yet, and I can set up the spins that I want, but we will see it in 5 seconds how these players handle after 2 quicker Season 1 maps. It is one of the longest Season 2 maps, but we got Observer.
Oh, so we have a live Maelstrom kill, Fiberwire as the Tailor. We have Vanya Shah Folding Knife as the Holy Man, and Dawood Rangan Silent Shotgun as the Laundry Worker. So I got my Maelstrom wish. It's not an easy kill you can get straight away. It is a bit of a fetch, but hopefully we see we're gonna see a kill up on the hill. You can't connect many things to Tailor, Fiberwire, and Maelstrom other than going up to the hill. But we should see just some little bit of fetching with the Folding Knife and the Laundry Worker as well.
Kaneta said it first before I could have said it. I think it might be just a borderline kill, depending on loadout, because it needs still the silent shotgun, but it's borderline kill where you could start Skywalk and make him sick, make the Maelstrom sick, and get the Tailor, which is about 30 seconds away, and including the lure, you should be back by the end of the double Seeker. It's tight, but it would get a really quick kill out of the way, and of course the Holy Man would still be in the street, the same street.
Yeah, that's actually beautiful. And the Fiberwire, even with the measuring tape being next to the Tailor, is almost like it's inviting you to do this. So I would love to see if they did that.
I'm very much curious to see. So just looking at the loadout here, there will not be any matics on Blunt's side, but it is always also respectable to just go for the heal option there.
Yeah, and it's worth noting as well, it did take 1 minute 20 for Sparklxs to get in and 1 minute 30 for Blunts to get in. It's really is a map where you have to consider all your options in terms of what you need for your loadout, especially on a silent shotgun, Fiberwire. Although you don't need anything to go get the Folding Knife, sometimes you might just want something to make it easier to get in there, or I don't know, something for some panics. So it's interesting to see that they took their time planning. But yeah, Sparklxs is flying through. He has about a 40-second lead in terms of IGT now. Looks like he's going to head straight for the Tailor, just so he can have the Maelstrom kill taken off of his to-do list, because that is one of the worst, I think. It's the only live kill, so...
Yeah, I think when in doubt, I think it's always best to... He got spotted by blending crowd, but of course there is this... it's not zero vision, it's limited vision. So if the enforcer is in the circle, it's as if he's looking at you still, so unfortunate there. What I was going to say is that I think it's a good approach to just start with the live kill, the Maelstrom kill, because you can still default to the Prickler for the other 2 targets after that.
Yeah, exactly. When it comes to the approaches for the targets, Vanya and Dawood are so like timeless. You can do that Prickler whenever, like you said exactly, and with the Maelstrom. He's on a cycle. He does have that flag raise, which you can initiate yourself, but with Skywalk start, it's on a timer, so he's pretty much telling you where you have to be at a certain time. So you better just catch him. Don't worry about the other ones.
Marcus taking another route, probably dodging some new forces, but it is actually going to be faster. That's nice map knowledge by Spark. Should be just dropping down one of these rooftops to get to the Taylor's area.
Yeah, I love these rooftops when they're used well. So much faster in terms of like, even like I said before, getting up to the Maelstrom, you can get up to him in about 10-15 seconds from here as well. And there's so many areas in Mumbai that are underused, not because they're necessarily faster or slower, but just because like you can pick up some things along the way, like a wrench or a brick or something, and it just helps in a different way. Yes, Blunts has the laundry worker already, and he's flying through it. He's about nearly 2 minutes in. Sparklxs only 30 seconds behind, but he's getting the Taylor, and he has the fiber wire as well.
Yeah, Blunts didn't need any natural part of the environment to this machine or something. Just a strong distraction and a bullet distraction to get this laundry worker very nicely.
Sparklxs trying to knock out the Taylor with a coin there. It didn't quite work out, so he had to resort to the briefcase.
Just don't make the coin like one to his head, because the consequences will be dire.
Very true. Blunt's also giving a look at the map, maybe looking for that folding knife. Is that hit map's open on the side? I can't imagine what else. That fiber wire is very close, or maybe he was just checking out where the Taylor was.
It could be both, but it's also a great time to mention the 2 folding knives on the map. After looking it up myself, it would be in the charts. I think the exact room should be, it's outside the Kashmir's apartment, and the other one is above the laundry foreman's office, next to the fuse box you would use sometimes to lure him up.
Yeah, it'd be very nice to see which ones they go for, because depending on where they're going, honestly, it could be worse or could be better. But if they loop it together with their disguises and items, it would be very nice to see. But yeah, I'm curious if that was what Blunts was looking up when he opened his map.
He's definitely getting closer, not in terms of kills, but in terms of the the requirements for these kills, because Taylor, measuring tape, and laundry worker are now acquired. Holy Man from the beginning of the run, silent shotgun in the briefcase. So it's just folding knife missing, and technically he has everything, but the targets are still walking.
Oh, well, look at this from the Maelstrom. He saw the body before picking up the coin, and oh my god, that's kind of cool tech in a way. He saw the body during the coin pickup animation, so he didn't react to it. So he reacted within the animation, so he never investigated it. He just turned around because he already reacted in a way. So the Maelstrom never turned around or panicked. So that's really nice. That worked out for Sparklxs, and I don't know if that was intended with that body perfectly placed there, but if anybody asks Sparklxs, just nod your head.
There's no way the game works like that. That's so lucky for him, but unlucky for Blunts, who got this nice peekaboo going and then got stuck in the environment, the objects.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate for Blunts there. Just that house has so many annoying people. I can't remember the Maelstrom, or the female strum is what people call her. That's exactly the term.
Yeah, that's nice.
I want to say it's Neha, is her name?
She is Neha, and Rima is the sister, the adopted sister of Vanya. Yeah, I do need to think about both. Yeah, both are a menace.
Exactly. Yeah, Rima definitely the worst one in my opinion. But we're seeing more and more. Oh, very unfortunate Blunts there with the holy man not taking his eyes off. But yeah, we're seeing more and more Neha rips up in that hill. Especially like loud kills and when you're trying to get Maelstrom consumed set up. But yeah, it's such an annoying area to do some things. But yeah, big lead for Sparklxs now, almost 5 minutes in hand for him. But geez, Sparklxs really getting close to this Queen's Guard with that body, but he did get away with it.
Needed 2 lures there, but luckily he used the safer, the closer mortar for the brick. So Vanya still wasn't there. She is now along with the entourage, and for now Rima is on pace, so that should be a nice first KO, and then followed by 2 more. We just need to hope for 3 successful Q prompts.
Yeah, looking good for Sparklxs. Yeah, once that third one is sorted, you're fine. Oh, crowbar over the head, trying to bamboozle him, break her ankles, then break her neck, and she's on the ground, and straight over to Dawood. And yeah, he has his briefcase, probably the silent shotgun. He is in the tug disguise, so he can't get any of these 2 kills yet, but I really like a safe approach, especially with the time. It's going to be about 6.5 minutes when he has all the targets isolated. So he has a, like, even if he spent 2.5 minutes to deal with everything, that's still a really good time for a Mumbai spin to be out before 9.
Yeah, I think it's much better than like I would say that you could always make it faster in like DOH optimization, but for first try, I think you can't really do much better. But you can do so much worse, just getting stuck or lost on the map. But Sparklxs has made great progress so far. And yeah, after Dawood is down, we will start to see the other 2 kills with one already down in 6 minutes.
My question now is, does Sparklxs have a snail in his inventory? One I saw he also didn't grab his homeless tent smuggled there. I think it was a trank in it though. But I do hope Sparklxs has a snail.
I saw a snail from someone, and Sparklxs would be the more likely candidate to me, honestly.
Yeah, let's hope so.
And it's not in BluntsNBeatz's inventory as we see it from a flash. But yeah, Sparklxs with a coin throw. This is very much like the snail ISO, and there we have the item. So now it's just the crucial bumping, which doesn't always work out, not for me at least.
Yeah, very scary isolation. I honestly still have a tiny bit of fear when it comes to this because you could just somehow get that. Oh, exactly like that. That's not good for Sparklxs. He's going to get everybody, and all he can hope for now is. Oh my god, he actually might have got away with that. He has unconscious witness, so I don't think he did now.
The unconscious witness was Vanya all along, and Sparklxs could not have known for sure that Dawood was seen.
Yeah.
Really hard to say, because it's not, the red guns didn't came because of Dawood, the unconscious witness didn't came because of Dawood.
Yeah.
There is some chance that Dawood would have been the last one to fall down, and that would have been the run saver, but apparently, or probably not. Really hard to say.
Yeah, it was a good shout by Sparklxs, I guess, since the snail ISO failed. Not instead of just getting all the items to do the kill, he just bit the bullet and hit the restart button. It does hurt to do it, but yeah, unfortunate for Sparklxs there. And still, honestly, neck and neck, because we had another rip from Blunts in that little snail isolation part, so it's pretty much a fresh spin for both players. Only 10 seconds, a little bit more between them. But depending on the routing now and who can get that brick in quicker, that's usually what it comes down to. We're going to see a really close Mumbai, assuming no more rips.
Was the great equalizer. Apparently, these 2 rips, but that's the unfortunate part of the Sparklxs, because he had just 1 rip. Sorry, Blunts with multiple more, but Blunts has been ripping earlier. So as a result, they are still equal. Just have to look out for Blunts having a bit more loading time if it comes to the photo finish. I sure hope it doesn't.
And a good point from Canada there. I actually think Canada's Boathouse ISO that he released recently would actually be a good candidate for this, because if you can panic him, and getting the Taylor is so quick, the Maelstrom will just pretty much, you can get him out on that balcony and kill him pretty quickly. So it'd be nice to see that after the match if anybody is feeling like it. But yeah, they're still so close right now. They're all doing their tasks in a different order, so it's really hard to tell who has any advantage in this. It really comes down to how efficient they are with grabbing their disguises and items.
And they have been taking different approaches. Blunts has been focusing on the disguises and the items. We haven't seen a kill from him in his 5-6 minute run. Sparklxs does start and did start with the Maelstrom, and of course we've had that brief red gun moment, but it will work out just as fine. And then he will go for things like the laundry worker and the foiling knife. Oh, it's a very strong whoosh, but I think that gets the question mark in the end for the elite thug, and that would end the run if the body would be found. The guns are still green though.
Oh, and I feel like somebody hears that, and yeah, they did. So now you're just causing a domino effect, where you gotta start knocking people out in the face.
Nice drop there.
Oh, wow, very nice from
That
Sparklxs.
stops him in tracks. Yeah.
Yeah, I do love to see a nice investigation cancel when you're trespassing, and even when it's like an illegal item or something. We saw that. Funny enough, just as you say it, Danny, I remember seeing that in the Miami. I think we saw in the grand final. It was very nice use of that cancellation of the investigation, so they don't find any bodies. Oh, and he gets a combat through the window. Well,
Yeah, it's
oh
a very tenuous window and mirror that Joker could talk about. It's just a really finicky room, and well, what is there to do really? I guess Blends will show us. I think this isn't the same house, but gets a nice pickup going as well. But yeah, but Rip Sparklxs may also rip Blunts, but he's in position and hoping to get this kill as well.
now what is Blunt's panicking the Maelstrom upstairs? This is some fancy stuff if it works out for Blunt's, but I definitely haven't seen something like this. There is oh my god, Blunt. What was that?
This is indescribable. The almost full whoosh. I think there was at least one chunk missing. This one hit. Now it's a non-trespassing this guy, and I think he will try to contain the situation like this. No idea where the Maelstrom will go after this and during this, but now as a thug, Blunts could just contain the situation or leave the area for good. But at least
Yeah.
I had identified the Maelstrom.
He's just like, yeah, screw that. I got out by the skin of my teeth. I'm gonna deal with Dawood and Vanya and come back to you when you're feeling a bit more chill. But yeah, that was that was very like about Blunts. Even his brain thought that was a restart. He was literally hovering over the restart button and almost pressed yes, but he did feel that the whoosh dissipated at the last moment. And then the spin also just hitting its 15 minutes, so the pressure is on for them now. That's kind of just one good attempt. If you rip near the exit, you're going to be rushing to get another spin out.
Yeah, reaching these moments on the longer maps means that rip could mean that your last run may be starting with 15 minutes. This is definitely a sub 15 run, and the winning time will be below that mark, but I think they will start to be worrying.
Yeah, and Blunt's doing so many pistol shots, but it seems like that one was to keep that guard busy. Did throw a coin, which I totally understand. That machine is a bit scary for a couple of players because that laundry worker actually turns around. You'd have to be behind that dump bin to throw it. So nice from Blunt's there, just keeping it safe to what he knows. He's just getting a bit of exercise in.
Yeah, it's like the twin brother of checking out the dimensions. I think that Sparklxs is kind of stuck, but still has the green guns. No, not until the very end. Just checking the replay. But
Yeah,
Sparklxs
unfortunate.
40 minutes for his run, and yeah, this is the restart where we would say that if he rips late, then that's the end of his Mumbai, but can still definitely finish this in 13.5 minutes.
Yeah, and Blunt's is very heavy into a spin right now. He actually has the Maelstrom highlighted, which is always nice to see. He knows exactly where he is right now. He's sitting at that table for the consumed. Now, going up that ladder might be a bit of a pain. I'm not sure what his plan is once he gets to the top of this.
He will be seen by Neha immediately unless he can crouch quick enough, but that is no way not a peekaboo. Places the gun and stops Neha just in time. Whoosh was already going there as well, but apparently that is incredible.
Now, fiber wiring the Maelstrom in a chair, that's challenge number 2. Because, he actually might be able to. There's no way. There's so many people.
The problem is that he's not the tailor. He's the laundry worker. He needs the disguise from the top of those stairs.
Oh, of course, and he's even in the wrong disguise. Yeah, there's literally no scenario where he can get the kill then, of course. Oh my god, this is like a Rube Goldberg machine right now. Getting everything to fall into place. Is he going to realize that he's in the wrong disguise?
Yeah, he's definitely going for that. And I think that's
Oh,
the
okay.
crime noticed. The whoosh did feel. I'm not exactly sure when his guns became red, but I might have been over before that. I need to check.
Yeah, actually.
The world.
I don't know who he could
Is
have left up that actually could have caused red guns. I don't think he was spotted by anyhow. We would have seen some kind of reaction from her.
might have been a thug right before being chanked. Yeah, that thug was going to be a unconscious witness,
Ah, of
but
course.
not orange. So there's that. Jesus Christ, this Mumbai has been something,
Yeah.
and one run remaining for both.
Yeah, and Sparklxs back up to the hill, as we've seen in his previous attempts. He gets up here very quickly, and he improved this very nicely last time. I wonder if we're going to see a drop or a frontal KO again.
Sparkle with the same peak, but I think it will be a delayed question mark for whatever reason. The game, I think,
Oh,
understands the open door, but apparently it's been overridden this time.
now let's see if he can pull off this fiber wire kill. He did have an unfortunate spotting through the window last time, but this coin is smart. He's going to catch the maelstrom when he's turned around after the coin.
Yeah, that worked out very nicely last time, and we've seen that once he's up on this hill, he doesn't care about bodies. He doesn't care about this coin either. So now he has to be very over the window outside. I think he might just go for it anyway.
Oh, very nice, Sparklxs. Of course, the timing can be a tiny bit different based on a head turn, I'm guessing, on a guy outside. But he gets away with it, and that's one of the toughest kills out of the way, which Sparklxs will feel good about. He did rip to the snail ISO on that one really good attempt, but maybe we'll see a even nicer snail ISO this time. It's just unfortunate he placed it before Dawood, so Dawood was always going to stop. If he maybe places it after Dawood passes, he should be okay.
Yeah, of course, the placing helps in some regard that it's the more consistent way to detonate it because it will be immediate. If you drop it, then it might be a bit delayed, but that way you can't really bump the Bollywood bodyguards, which is also a necessary part of the lure. We'll have to see how Sparklxs attempts it in, 2 minutes?
Yeah, and he's looking pretty good. He decides he's not going to drag this knocked out body within 2 centimeters of this other green guard this time. Instead, going to knock him out first. And that Queen's Guard does look fine. I was worried he might be peeking a tiny bit because fine, you can spot those sometimes, but should be safe. Blunts is back to all of this kill stuff he's been trying, and he does get the tug. Just a nice subdue get on that corner. Does have to drag it a bit though because Maelstrom or Nihal will see that body.
Yeah, he might go all the way to the bushes or just through this corner. That's hidden enough already, and have to see who's on instinct. Yeah, the Maelstrom is coming inside, and yeah, the way this sound works, Maelstrom and the Elite Thug heard it.
Oh no, and he's on a timer right now. This is going to be so close. Oh, and the door acting as a guardian angel there for Blunts.
That is fascinating. I wonder if now the Maelstrom will be dressing, and it's like an infiltration from the front in the Trespassing disguise.
Oh, is that an intentional peekaboo? Oh my god. Getting the Maelstrom here is actually a really good approach a lot of the time. But this is not going to work. There's no way. Those two guards or two tugs on the roof right above by the flag as well.
Has to be. It's green so far. There's a question mark. I swear there was a question mark there.
There was literally a tug standing right there and someone is coming down. Oh my god, Blunts. That is... Oh, don't do another shot. You're going to cause a panic. He can't save this.
Someone needs to do some shots at that point. Bullet impact, but I think the question mark's still coming down.
I think he stopped him just in time. Yeah. Oh, but now there is somebody... Oh, so unfortunate for Blunts. He almost saved that, and yeah, that's extremely unfortunate. He is on a really tough timer now as well to get this at last run in, and Sparklxs is at the breaking point as well. So this could settle if this is going to be a 3-3 match. Oh, and I think we actually do get it. That was actually like textbook from Sparklxs.
Yeah, this is the placement you want there for that to be just out of the way. There's the green guns after the ISO. Also important for Sparklxs. And yeah, lucky for him, Vanya didn't panic. So he's extremely sure that his run is still alive and he's just needing the folding knife and the laundry worker because he has had the Holy Man and the silent shotgun before.
Yeah, just a bit of fetching now, but it's so much more comforting, I'm sure, for Sparklxs that his targets are just KO'd waiting for him and he can just take a bit of time. He does have 6 minutes, however, and it is a big map and a couple of enforcers, as we see. I hate it's blending into the crowd. We saw it happen earlier, but should be fine. He just takes his time going around. Blunts is really going to have to speed up his strategy now, so he might as well try something that is a bit ambitious if he hasn't been already.
Yeah, regular strats won't get this spin done in the next 6 minutes, but Blunts has basically nothing to lose at this point. And Sparklxs is mostly just doing the fetching. The cleaver is inside, the falling knife is outside. There's the pause for heat maps. It's the Kashmir's apartment in this dartboard to the left. He chose the right disguise for this. It's illegal to pick up as well.
Still makes me laugh so much that the knife's natural habitat is a dartboard, and it's just so standard at this point. You'd probably find more in dartboards, I think, than you'd find in kitchen sinks throughout the whole trilogy. I'd love to see a count on it, honestly.
Part of the world building. Oh, but the excitement doesn't stop for Sparklxs. He's going for this laundry worker, which is well, it's far from free, and he's not looking for the foreman upstairs. I wonder if he's looking at this area.
Please look up Sparklxs. Oh, this is it's giving me a bit of worry now. He's gonna try pump the laundry worker, he's so invested in his work. You gotta commend him.
What it was the other laundry worker with a question mark. That is hilarious.
Oh my god, Sparklxs is so scared to take the shot, and I do not blame him in the slightest because I don't like any of these angles right now.
And the fact that he's not looking up, he's missing this one part of the equation, and we won't know either. And now both of the workers are on this side. Oh, if Sparklxs had only known about any different way, he knows he has 4 more minutes. He could get it, but not if he wastes 2 more minutes here.
One is a foreman upstairs. Oh, and there's a whole tour bus of people coming through now.
No way! What timing for the tour to arrive here.
Wow. Yeah,
At least they're not stopping, but no one's caring about the coins either. 3 minutes 55 remaining.
Yeah, Sparklxs has to speed this up. It's going to get to a point. We don't know what the timing is, but he has a lot of stuff to deal with. Go for it. He does get it. Once he gets the shot off, he should be safe. And he's in a good spot where the foreman wouldn't see him either. So that's very nice from Sparklxs. Good grab there. He does have to deal with a couple of other things. I assume he has his shotgun in the briefcase.
Gracious.
He had it with him when he went up to... I think he used it to knock out the food vendor, so he should be okay on that end. He's going to get that kill. And probably head back to Vanya and hopefully has the Holy Man in the alleyway, but a bit of running.
Oh, the pause there. Sparklxs just made me check back for if he still has the green guns. I think he's just looking for a quick way around the map. If you're lost in the city, you can't finish this spin in 3 minutes, but if Sparklxs knows how to approach Dawood, get this kill in 45 seconds, he can maybe just finish with Vanya kill and either the chain or the boat. It's just barely doable, but so close.
And hopefully, even if he was smart enough, he could grab 2 coins here and get that taxi exit when he's by Vanya, because that could be the difference. If he gets a bad train cycle, going to boat is going to take you like 30 seconds minimum. So he has 2.5 minutes now. He's in the Bollywood bodyguard. Needs to grab Holy Man and does have that folding knife, which we saw him grab from that dartboard not too long ago.
The Holy Man, and it's so funny, Sparklxs still didn't pick up the hidden stash. Goes past it. It's not needed anymore. I think it was another Chang. I was going to ask if the Holy Man is in Is
Yeah.
in this alleyway or next to the tailor, but it will be here, I hope. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Oh
It's now
no.
the naked holy man with the suit. So it's up with the barber. Shouldn't be. No, it's going to.
The
He's going to
tailor.
through this skywalk and going to the trailer. 2 minutes remaining.
Oh my Sparkles. Yeah, I do hope it's here. Didn't even recall him bringing it over here, but yeah, it's honestly like it's just trying to perfectly stretch out this spin right now. And there we go. That's the disguise sorted. And now a bit of running. Now this comes down to the exit. I think he has plenty of time, to be honest, for both. There is a bit of delay as well, but I think he'll actually get out maybe around 50 seconds. But hopefully he doesn't panic or wait for train or do something that makes it close.
Yeah, his saving grace is that it's a silent KO kill. If it was loud, and she'd have to be dragged if it's any sort of a remote accident or any more setup needed, then we might not see a finish. But Sparklxs with a minute 17 to go gets the last kill of Mumbai.
Oh, and
And
taxi
there's
exit to
the
boot as
ghost
well.
taxi exit.
Very nice from Sparkles. Did have a bit of a disguise, midlife disguise crisis, but he did manage to clutch it up with time in terms of the taxi. So he did have another minute in hand. And yeah, Sparkles taking Mumbai. What a map. Bringing it down to the last minute as well. And that's going to be unfortunate for Blunts. I'm sure he was hoping for that tie to come out so they'd at least be 3-3, but well deserved by Sparkles. He had the movement and the whole route figured out. He just got very unlucky with that wood snail the first time round.
Wow, what a Mumbai and what a finish. Blunts providing most of the excitement, but for the final minute, Sparkles did finish with the clutch. It was just really nice to see. And yeah, 2-4 is the final score. And it was 1 minute and 4 seconds spare. Sparkles waited until the 5-star screen to press done. So you could say it's not 104, but 109, but didn't change a lot this time. And just crazy ending to this match.
Yeah, and I can just see Sparkles in our Discord chat for RRWC just saying the exact same thing we were saying. He literally would have had it if it wasn't for that snail not working out for him on the way it did, just placing him for Dawood, but he got there in the end. And he does take the theoretical win for this map against Blunts, so he does have 2 points ahead of him. And with that, I'll check our brackets as well. And I can go over to Group G. I don't even need to go over to Group G. I think I'm looking at the wrong one, aren't I? I think I have the wrong one put in.
Yeah, you need to hide the bracket URL and you need to turn on the group stage URL, the
There we
group
go.
standing URL.
Perfect.
Nice.
We head over to Group G and let's see what that looks like. So yeah, Sparkles just behind Kenny Z with 5 points. He's played one map, so that was probably 2 wins in the tie for Kenny Z, and Sparkles kind of similarly, but well, almost with that tie, almost coming in the end, but he does get the win. So he has 4 points, Blunts with 2, and Mikkelers with 1, which was against Kenny Z. It's a lot of matches to go, so we've only had 2 so far, by the looks of it, in Group G. Nice to see Sparkles in chat as well. That was very close, Sparkles, but well played nonetheless. He did clutch it up in the end. He made it good for the caster and the admins and the viewers. So props to that. And yeah, I will check what other matches are coming up. I do know I will be doing another one very soon myself. But before that, we have Zerun and Jana Wam playing Haven, Whittleton Creek, and a redacted map, which is happening, I think it's in 7 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, CST. So that's going to be in about 7 minutes. Not sure who's casting that. We have Danny Buta and Chrome X. They're doing Miami and Mendoza, and that's going to be casted by Observer, which is myself. Don't know why I said my name. And then Joker's going to be co-casting. Yeah, exactly. It is that Observer. I'm not the Observer. That would be myself. But we don't have an admin for that, but we'll probably... I think we have Crudy actually adminning that.
Yep.
We have Malin and Igor X. They're happening 30 minutes after that. Joe the Baby Grabber and Kalami. I don't even know how to say it. Is it Kalami? Kalame?
This may be their first ever match, so I was hoping someone else would start with the pronunciation. Kalame sounds good to me.
Yeah, and they're going to be playing Wilton Creek and Marrakesh. Effie and Danny playing Seppi and Colo at the same time as the match before that. Myself and GK Punk, which is going to be casted by my fellow Formula teammate In4Fun. We're going to be playing Ambrose in Paris. And then Pac and TK playing at 9 o'clock CST. So many games. There isn't even an hour break today. Well, there is at the very end between 7:30 and 9 CST for my game and Pax game. So you literally can't step away from your screen all day because most matches do go over an hour. We're just approaching the hour mark as well. But yeah, I want to thank you quickly and fun for co-casting and adminning as always. You always do a great job.
It was a great pleasure. Thanks for the invite.
No worries at all. And yeah, unless you have anything you want to close up with In4Fun regards to the match, how they played.
It was just such an enjoyable match. Both of them showing their potential here with the shorter maps, and just so much enjoyment on the third map. Great Mumbai, great match.
Yeah, it was just amazing to be honest. And I'm gonna check. Do we have a shoutcaster at all for this match?
We don't, and it's now 5 minutes from the scheduled time, so there will be some delays there, no doubt.
Yeah, seems so. I'll quickly ask about it. Yeah, we'll let you know. Keep an eye on the RR chats and you'll see who's casting that match for Tyrion and Genoa. But yeah, until then, we won't raid anyone, but we'll end the stream there. And thanks everybody for tuning in. And we'll catch you soon for either the next one or the Danny and Crow match. All right, bye bye.